Well, hello, Josh. It's a pleasure to meet you, man.
Hello, likewise. Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
No, it's awesome to have you. First off, thanks for making H-Town proud. You are talking to a fellow Hostonian.
Oh, let's go. 713 represents.
Yes, indeed. So I'm super excited to be talking to you today. I need to ask first off, like, when did you realize growing up, that you want to pursue acting? And was there a certain film that kind of like was the light bulb for you?
I was more of a theater kid growing up, so I did all the school plays in middle school and high school, and I think like so many people, I was lucky to have a couple of those kind of teacher mentor figures that really show you the world and open your eyes. And for me, that was Larry Dockslager and Gail Silver, these wonderful theater teachers in Houston, Texas. 713 represent. Yeah, so it was really like theater, musical theater, plays, all that kind of stuff. And then slowly, as mentors do, they introduce you to stuff. And it was, for me, it was, the Marx Brothers and Monty Python and stuff like that, that really like lit me up. And then I was like, oh, this is the coolest thing in the world.
Well, you've been killing it, man. I've been following your career, and it's super exciting that you have a passion for this art form in many forms. When it comes to acting, and you have a new film, Carry On, coming to Netflix, and it's set in this high stakes world of airport security, the TSA, which is wild because we've all probably had issues with TSA in the past or had some type of run-ins with them and everything. It's always different wherever you go. Because while watching, I was relating to many of the people going through the lines. And I don't travel as much probably as you, but every time I go to a different airport, I feel like there's different rules and regulations at how you get in the line. There's always whoever's running the TSA line. Certain things need to be pulled out, certain things do not. When's the last time you had to go through TSA?
Oh gosh, not too long ago. Where was I most recently? I was probably either seeing family in Texas or seeing family, my wife's family in Tennessee. But yeah, one thing I really love about the movie about Carry On is that they do kind of give you the other perspective on the TSA experience. Like, I think for most of us, we're mostly travelers. We are not mostly working on the other side of the line. And I think everyone's got a grumble about bag searches or metal detectors or whatever, but you forget that they also have a lot of grumbles too because they're doing a very tough, very stressful job. Maybe not as stressful as the day in this particular movie, but still very stressful. And I thought it was really funny just, them having to deal with some very grumpy customers over the holidays and sort of seeing what it's like from the other side of the metal detecting wand.
Yeah, I honestly cannot think of another movie that takes us to the side of the TSA. I think this, in my eyes, this is the first. And I absolutely loved it. Great cast, obviously. Super eye-opening, super high stakes, like wild, like
Oh
wild.
yeah.
Well, it just kept getting higher and higher. All the stakes was absolutely like awesome. I loved it, and I'm excited it's coming to Netflix. I gotta ask, if you in real life were a TSA agent and had to deal with one of your castmates sneaking something suspicious in their luggage, who do you think would be the trickiest to catch?
Oh man, this is a $1 million question. Well, I have to say, I mostly had the pleasure of working with Danielle Deadweiler, who is honestly a freaking genius and an absolute force to be reckoned with. And if she was coming through my TSA line, I would probably be the way I was on set working with her, which is just kind of starstruck and I frankly, I probably wouldn't be very good at my job because I would just be like, wow, so hey, okay, have a great day. And I probably forgot to look at her bags. So it's good that I'm not a TSA agent, is what I'm saying.
That's true. She is fantastic in this, I must say. I
In
will,
everything, including this. Yeah, she's the goat.
yeah, she is for sure. Are you the type of person that gets to the airport 3 hours early, or you just run to the gate last second?
This is an ongoing debate in my family because my wife would like to be there as early as possible. And in theory, I too would like to be at the airport early. I just don't have what it takes to actually get organized enough. And then I would say maybe the biggest sticking point in our entire marriage is that when it's time for a flight to board, I must go to the bathroom and get that last free pee out of the way. And my wife is like, we need to be in line at the gate, front, ready to go. And we have had, I would say, some of our biggest fights. One of our biggest fights in the world was at the Denver International Airport about this issue. So.
Yeah, you always want to be comfortable on the plane, and some of those bathrooms on the plane are just they're so tiny.
You don't want to do it. You don't want to
I
have to.
don't. I
You don't
try
have
not
to.
to.
Not if you don't have to.
Have you ever accidentally packed something that got flagged at security? Or like example for me is I think we were coming back from Disney World and I had like a plastic bag of like our Disney stuff, but I accidentally left like a bottle of water or Coke in there and I just let it
Mhm.
pass through. And then I was like, they flagged me. I was like, oh, I know what it is. They're like, you know what it is? Tell us right now what you have in there. I'm like, it's the Coke that got flagged, right? They're like, yeah, but they still searched through everything and treated it like it was some dangerous Coca-Cola bottle.
Yeah, I've definitely done the liquids accident many, many times. I'm not good. I I can never remember. You can have 4 bottles of under 3 ounces or 3 bottles over 4. I never exactly know what the thing is, so I've gotten that a lot. But I think I am on some kind of random search list because you know when they're like you go through and then the thing buzzes and they're like random search. I don't. I'm just lucky, I guess, because I get the random beep every single time. And then I get the wanding of the hands for the chemicals. And we travel with our dogs a lot. So anytime you have the dogs, they like wand the dog's collar and they're like doing the dog paws and so I'm constantly getting extra love and attention, which I take as a real compliment.
I'm with you there. I feel like I get flagged every time too. I'm like, sure. What do you want to see? You got nothing going on. I try to
Maybe it's
pack as
Houston people. Maybe they're just profiling us for being Houstonian.
yeah. Houston has a lot of things going through. I guess so. It's a big
Everybody loves
city.
Astros fans so much.
That's true. I'm sure maybe these people in the TSA hate our Astros because we don't get as
That's
much
it.
love as we should in other cities.
Dude, right here, got my Space Cowboys hat. That's
Oh,
the
that
minor
is
league pros team.
awesome.
Isn't that sick? I got it for my birthday from a friend.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna send it to my friends at Space Cowboys. Actually, I know the guys that run the team and stuff like that. So it's
Oh my
awesome.
gosh, put me in touch. I'm such a fan. I love those guys.
If you are, I got you. I'm not even lying. I got you. You're getting more stuff on the way. I'm mayor of Nerdtropolis, obviously, so I have to nerd out with you a little bit because you voiced my favorite TMNT,
Oh,
Donnie. And if you could see behind me, there's a whole wall of TMNT stuff at my parents' house. I still have my old school TMNT stuff. Like I am the ultimate
hell yeah.
fan of the franchise, and I'm assuming you grew up, loving the cartoons, right?
100%. I was a huge Turtles kid and my brothers were huge Turtles kids and I mean we like I had when I was doing the show, I would have like crazy memories just pop up of like toys we played with when we were kids. Like you remember the pizza shooter thing, the like shot and man, like the craziest experience was seeing Donatello and my voice coming out. I was like, what is happening? One of the coolest things that I've ever gotten to do, for
And they're
sure.
re-releasing everything too with like the vintage stuff. So I'm like buying, I'm like the big kid now buying everything. So my question for you is if Donnie had access to TSA equipment, what outrageous invention would he create to streamline airport security or cause total chaos?
This is a good and important question. Let me think of what the single most useless thing he could do with like one of those three-dimensional scanner things. I mean, look, the low-hanging fruit here is that he would be scanning for pizza. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to try to do better than that. I think this particular Donnie would be looking for people's like reading lists, and he would be scanning Kindles and books that were packed so that he could troll people that had like trashy beach reads and that kind of stuff. I think it would be about derision and public shaming. So that while people were going through the line, he could tell them they had bad taste in literature.
That's hilarious. I love that. Obviously, Rise of TMNT gave Donnie many tech savvy moments. Do you share his enthusiasm with gadgets? Are you like a techie guy, or do you call tech support and hopefully don't get scammed by the tech support people?
Yeah, I wish I could say I was more tech savvy. I'm pretty dumb when it comes to tech things. I like it. I'm interested in it, but I have two left texting thumbs. It just doesn't go great for me.
I have to ask, like, I love all the turtles. I'm a little bit of all of them, but I absolutely love Donnie for many reasons. But also, like, the purple's a cool color. I like blue is my favorite color, but like as a TMNT, I'm like, I'll be Donnie. Like the purple. I love the staff. I love all that stuff. What really what drew you to Donnie the most? I'm sure as you voiced him, you kind of maybe related more to him and understood him more.
But well, so as a kid, I was 100% purple bow staff, like 100% was full Donatello. And favorite color, definitely not purple. Like even I don't know what it was. I guess bow staff. I was like, Donatello's the guy. This particular version of Donnie that was created by Andy Siriano and Ant Ward and Tony Gamalova and this amazing team of writers we had, uh, it was like they described him as like a little bit of like kind of like an acerbic kind of smarter than everyone in the room kind of real like a real nerd, not like a Big Bang Theory nerd, but like an actual like who are these people kind of nerd. And I was like, oh, I that sings to me. I am very happy to drop into that kind of like slightly like holier than thou fanboy spot. And it just was the perfect, it was the perfect thing for me just because I love those people and am one.
No, I love it. I mean, it was such a great show, and I'm excited that you were a part of that franchise. Lastly, though, I want to ask, which of the turtles would be the best and worst at passing through TSA?
Oh man. Okay, well, I mean, look, first blush, I have to say Donnie's getting through because one, he has the tech savvy to not have any issues, and also the bow staff, that's primarily wood. I can't imagine anything's going to be setting off the metal detectors. Yeah, you gotta think that sword's gonna be a problem for Leo. I mean, there's just a lot of metal going on there. Raph might not even fit through the door. It's narrow. He might have to have a TSA assist. Not a lot of people know this, but my particular Donnie was actually a soft shell turtle, which again, gonna be very easy to get through in the search, etc. When the other guys are going through with their hard shells, I just think issues are going to arise, and those pat downs are going to be pretty gnarly.
I believe it. I think Raph would like have no luggage. He's the one that packs the lightest. He's like, I only need one pair of underwear. Like, I don't need much going on. I don't even need anything. And then I feel like Mikey would bring like everything and everything. Like,
Yeah,
here's all
Mikey's
my
got his
movies,
plan. Yeah.
my games, everything I need, my joke book. No, I love it. I'm excited that I got to talk to you. Carry On was so good. I'm starting to already tell people about it. It's coming out later on this month. I think December 13th on Netflix. It is such an eye-opening world, like into the world of the TSA and some crazy high stakes for sure. And
Yeah.
what a wonderful cast. And I just love Netflix is just bringing out these bangers, maybe animated or live action, everything they're putting out there, man. I'm like on Netflix 24/7 now. It's amazing.
Couldn't agree more with all of those sentiments. Yeah, I think I got to see the movie a few weeks ago. Having read the script many times and been working on it, I was still kind of edge of my seat. It is high intensity, lots of great action. One scene in particular, I won't spoil it all, but there is a car chase scene that is like, what just happened? And I think people are gonna love it. And yeah, like a fun, Die Hard-esque holiday romp. Everybody enjoy and happy holidays.